Hey everybody, thanks for clicking the video. This is David Pendleton, and today we're going to be doing a full rookie walkthrough of the Night Sky Tournament. So I hope everybody's having an awesome day. I just got off an interview that I have for a potential promotion in Florida. I currently live in Illinois, so I'm trying to get promoted within the company that I work for, and that job is located in Florida, so that would be pretty exciting. So send some good luck my way, and we'll see what happens with that. But let's talk about this tournament real quick. So, when I played this yesterday, just kind of doing a dry run, I was thinking this is going to be a really high-scoring tournament. And I think it will be overall. I'm actually pretty surprised how many people are struggling with this particular tournament in the rookie division. Pro and expert, it's already playing really high scores. And I thought rookie would be the same. But if you take a look at my scorecard, hole number 8 is pretty much an automatic eagle, or as automatic as you're going to get on a second shot on a par 4. That's not a putt. I just end up messing up my drive today. I made a very stupid boneheaded mistake, which I'll tell you about a little bit later. But, I'm going to go into the replays here in just a minute. Here's all that I ask for you is please hit the subscribe button and please hit the like button. Those things only take half a second to accomplish. And if you subscribe, you're going to get alerts every time I launch a video. And I believe that's going to be important because on this tournament, I do think there's going to be a couple holes that I don't have the extra drops on yet that I will get in the next round. And I will update, or I'll put out another YouTube video specifically for that hole by itself. And, I don't want you to miss it. That's all that I'm saying. And I've already done that for hole number 4. Hole number 4 is a par 3. Is a very, very, very easy hole-in-one as long as you know what to do. And I've already got a video up on YouTube right now giving you great detail on how to get that hole-in-one. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and hop into the replays. Now, I need you to pay attention today because on this particular tournament, we're going to be playing with a lot of bag changes on our clubs. And I don't want you to start a hole and have the wrong club combination out there. Now, as far as hole number 1 goes, this is a pretty simple, straightforward par 4. We're going to play at 10% elevation on the drive and 0% on shot number 2. Now, shot number 2 is a rough bump. You can do that with the Goliath, which is what I'm using. You can do it with a backbone, whatever your favorite long iron is, that's what you're going to be using. But a navigator ball here is important. And here's what we're doing. We're going to be starting with 3 top spin and 1 bar of right side spin. I'm aiming with my yellow ring right here on the fringe line, or on the rough line. I pull it 10%, and then I just take a normal shot, and I use curl, okay? Now, I'm using curl here until the right side of my ball fully covers the adjustment target. So that's my curl that I'm going to be using every single time. And that's just going to ensure that with a perfect ball, we don't roll into the rough here on the left-hand side. So right there, we avoid that with that little bitty curl. As you can see, the 3 bars of top spin is plenty. It doesn't really matter how high we push the drive. This is a good spot to lie up in because it's going to give us a rough bump for shot number 2. Now, this rough bump is a little irritating because the green gets a little glitchy with the ball guideline. And you're going to see here when I put 4 bars of top spin on, look how far past the pin it is. Goes back and forth, back and forth. So I'm trying to just find a spot on this rough where I get a good consistent point of where that ball guide line is going right at the pin, which I find right here. And again, I'm pulling this with no elevation. I left it a little bit short of the pin just because we're getting a little bit of a tailwind push. So that should make up the room. As you can see, even leaving it short of the pin, the speed was perfect. Now, the only thing is, I keep missing this shot to the right, no matter what I do, okay? The only bad part is you would think I should be able just to move my target to the left, but when I do that, my ball guideline goes way past the green, and I'm not sure if that's playing true at the moment or not. So I'm going to work on this particular hole. I don't know if I'll get this one to eagle consistently, but if I do, I'll upload another video on it, and you're not going to see a lot of opponents eagle this hole anyways. There's so many more drops in this tournament that we might just take this one for the birdie and call it a day. Now, this is the one that is going to be important for you to subscribe to, because I do think that I'm going to end up getting the hole-in-one on this one very consistently, and a lot of opponents will not. We're going to be playing this with a backbone, all right? And with a backbone 9 or 10, you're going to be playing at 20% no matter what. But with a backbone 9 or 10, 20% elevation at max distance of your club is 1 for 1 on the wind. So right here, the wind is 3.2. I'm going to pull this 3.2 rings. If the wind was 4.5, then I would pull 4.5 rings. And I'll show you what I mean, right? So if I pull up on my app right here, and I go to this club bag, and I go to my backbone, I'm playing with a navigator, so I put the ball here to power 1, 20% elevation. If I put in 6 miles an hour, look what the wind is. It's 6.0. That 6.0 top number means I'm using max distance of my club. In this scenario, it's 3.2. It changes to 3.2 rings. So again, 20% elevation when you're using the backbone only is 1 for 1 on the rings. Now, let's say this was a Goliath. If you take the shot with a Goliath, 3.2 miles per hour is 2 rings. So I'm using the backbone for the accuracy and for the simplicity on pulling the rings on this hole. Now, I'm going to show you what your spin needs to look like and where your landing position is. And this is going to be such a good chance for a hole-in-one. All right. Here is the spin that I want you to use, almost. I want you to use the same backspin no matter what the wind is. 2.8 bars of backspin is absolute perfect speed to the hole. The only thing we have to adjust here is the left side spin. Right here I'm using like 1.4. It's not quite 1.5. I think we want it to be 1.6, and you're going to see why. Now, here is your landing spot every time. Look how my yellow ring is right on the rough line, and notice how the white ring barely has a little bit of sand exposed between the transparent ring and the white ring. That's perfect. Look at my ball guideline. My ball guideline is to the left of the pin. That is on purpose. The wind is blowing to the right-hand side. That's going to push us back towards the hole pretty aggressively, and you're going to see here. So we're going to pull this 3.2 rings because the wind is 3.2. And you can get away with that, remember, on a backbone 9 or 10. Perfect ball. And you can see we come so close to the hole-in-one. Now, when I was taking the shot yesterday, I was missing way more to the right-hand side. So I've really been tinkering with the spin. At this point, we're so close, we need to add just a little bit more left side spin, and we're going to be in the cup for a hole-in-one. So a really good chance to drop a hole that a lot of people will not. Now here's hole number 3. Hole number 3 should almost be an automatic eagle for anybody. You can use your extra mile, you can use your Viper, you can use your sniper, whatever your best wood club is. We're going to play this with a navigator. That's all we need. And we're going to play at 10% on the drive, and we're going to play at 0% on the second shot. Now, with my extra mile 7 here, I went with full top spin and like a bar of right side spin. And I pushed back up to max. And I used some overpower here. You don't have to do this. I was just trying to get a feel for if more power led to a better second shot. And it really doesn't. So you can take a safer drive and not have to use that kind of overpower. I would push back up to max, though, because you want to get past this tree. There's a tree right here. See that tree right there on the right-hand side? You don't want to get stuck behind that and then have to take a weird curl shot to pin. You just want to make sure you get enough power to get beyond that tree. Now, this is going to be a really good chance for an albatross, everybody. I'm really excited about this one because we should be able to get this to drop. I'm using about 4 to 4.5 bars of backspin. Really, I just want my ball guideline to look like this every single time. Notice how using enough backspin puts us right at the pin. I left it a little bit short of the pin just because we're getting, a 3.5 mile per hour tailwind push. So when my ball touches down on the fairway here, the wind is going to push us again, towards the pin faster. 0%. Hit a perfect ball. And you'll see here that the speed is good. We just missed to the right-hand side. So what do we need to do moving forward, right? That's always the key. That's the detail that we provide here on this video. Is that right there is our current landing spot. Now, what we need to do next time is we need to just offset our ball guideline to the left of the cup. So maybe, not even aiming at the cup, just aiming to the left of that green square to there should put us right around the hole for an albatross. And we'll see what happens. I'm not counting on this one. I think it'll be a nice little bonus to hit this one time in the finals. But if I'm dropping it 2 or 3 times, if I find like a really good spot where the ball just, boom, goes right into the hole, then I'll upload another video about it. But I like this hole. It's a very easy eagle with a good chance for an albatross. Now, this is really where we get into the nuts and bolts of the tournament. So starting at hole number 4 through the rest of the tournament, that's where we're looking to gain significant advantage over the competition. A lot of people are going to start -4 through 3 holes. A couple people, including us, might start -5 and be ahead of the pack. But on this hole right here is where we're going to start burying the rest of the field. Hole number 4 is going to be an automatic hole-in-one. Okay, if you have a sniper, 9 or 10, use it. If you don't, use your guardian. You can pretty much play the same shot. You'll just have to take your own notes on when you miss, but you're still going to land on the green no matter what. But sniper 9, sniper 10, easy, easy, easy hole-in-one. So, let me show you yesterday's shot where I missed it, okay? Notice I used 5 bars of backspin. And look where I'm setting up. I'm setting up with my yellow ring at the fringe line. And then the blue ring, like the part of the blue ring that's closest to the bottom of my screen here, is not at the rough line. There's a little bit of rough before you get to the blue ring. And 5 bars of backspin. And I'm aiming dead center of the hole. I pull this at max elevation with 40%. I pull this at max distance of my club with 40% elevation. Hit a perfect ball. And I just hit the freaking pin, okay? So the ball comes in too hot. So today, I go to fix this shot. Actually with this account. And I use more backspin. All right, so I put 5.2 on, which you can see right there. And then I move my target position up. Okay, so now the yellow ring is not on the fringe line. Now it's on the blue. Now the blue ring here at the top is on the rough line. So look at that landing position. Yellow ring is no longer on the fringe. I moved it up and put the blue ring on the rough line. I aimed the dead center of the hole again, okay? And this is what happens. So because my ball didn't come in as fast, I kicked to the right-hand side of the hole here. Now, that is good. Now, that's an easy fix, which leads me to this shot right here. So, same thing. Okay, sniper, 5.2 bars of backspin. No side spin. Okay, so there's the, right here, there's the spin adjustment right there. Now, we find the landing spot. I put the blue ring, again, at the top of the rough line there. My yellow ring is no longer on the fringe line. And now I'm aiming. Can you see that there? Damn thing gets in the way. Okay, look. Right here. I'm aiming inside the cup, but now I'm on the left-hand side of the cup. So no longer is my ball guideline touching the pin. It's to the left of the pin. Let me fast forward. thank goodness I got quite a few perfect balls to get this hole figured out for everybody. But that's it right there. I mean, that's a great shot. Hit the pin, drops in for the hole-in-one. Now again, I have another video on YouTube uploaded that gives you full detail on hole number 4. You can watch that just so you don't mess that hole up. Let's get that one, everybody. Okay, hole number 5. Now, this is another hole that we can pick up an eagle on. This is a really, really good chance for us. And you're not going to see a lot of opponents eagle this because they're going to be trying to play this weird shot. And I remember in tour play, there's a weird shot here that you can try to play with like your long iron, and there's a really long roll to the cup. I don't like it. To me, it doesn't play as true as what the ball guideline looks for. So here's what I'm doing. I'm using a kingmaker. Now, you don't have to use a kingmaker. You can use whatever ball you want to. I don't normally use kingmakers on a rookie very short par 4, but it gives us a big advantage on the shot to pin because it significantly reduces the wind. We're going to play to the left-hand side of this light post. I've seen somebody hit this on a drive, which I thought was funny. But all we need is 4.5 bars of topspin. If you have a stronger extra mile, you don't need to use more than 4.5 top, okay? 4.5 top with 1 bar of right side spin puts us right here onto the fairway. And again, it doesn't matter how much distance you have because shot number 2 we're taking with our long iron, and I like to be in mid distance of my club. Now, I'll show you what I mean here by how people are trying to play this. So I did this on purpose so I can show everybody what I mean. All right, so look at this. Look at this weird ball guideline right here that most people will try to play at minimum distance. You get like a really good developed ball guideline. But what can happen is you have to use backspin, right, in order to get this ball into the cup so you don't come in way too hot. But I've noticed on this hole that when you use backspin, sometimes the ball just dies on the green. Like it doesn't even come close to the hole. So we're going to eliminate that entire scenario altogether by doing this. We're going to push our target up. And right here, I'm using 2 bars of backspin. And then I'm moving this, all right, to right there where my ball guideline is pointing at the cup. So I'm stopping it before. And I'm also aiming on the left-hand side of the cup because this ball kicks to the right. Now, I pull this one right here at no elevation. I know this shot is uphill. The wind is so small. I just tried this at 0% elevation to see what would happen. And remember, I offset to the left-hand side of the pin, so I can also eliminate elevation because of that. I come in dead center. I smack the pin for an eagle. Now, the thing is, that ball came in a little hot, all right? So moving forward, I'm going to use like 2.5 bars of backspin just to slow the ball down a little bit. But, you know, watch that shot again. That's a really good opportunity for an eagle. And again, if we drop this only one time in the finals, big advantage over the rest of the field because a lot of people will not eagle this hole. Now, here is a par 5, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways to play it. I'm going to show you a very aggressive route, which can give you a chance for an albatross, or I'm going to show you how to just get an eagle every single time on the hole because this hole is killing people. This is a par 5 that a lot of people will birdie, and you might have birdied it as well already. So by us getting the eagle on this hole every time, we're going to continue to separate ourselves in the standings from the competition. Now, I want you to use a big topper and a horizon. That's a very weird combo, but it works, all right? And this is where I really need you to pay attention because your drive is going to be a little strained. I'm going to show you what I mean. And this is what separates me from the rest of the streamers. I'm going to show you what can go wrong, or I'm going to give you that oh shit moment that you might get when you try to take this drive to eliminate confusion. So, Titan ball, power 3. I'm going to go with full top spin and 1 bar of side spin to the right, okay? Now, bear with me here because this is going to get pretty detailed. Now, I am putting my yellow ring on the rough line, okay? Yellow ring on the rough, and I'm just going right down the middle of the fairway here. I am pulling this at 10% elevation. Now, when I try to pull my rings, watch what happens. Okay, I cannot get to my take shot button, which is where I want to pull my rings to. If I pull this back any further, it's going to switch to my horizon, my wood club. So, here's what you can do if this happens to you. If you want to be safe, take the shot right here. All right, don't do anything else. Just take it right there. Just underpower your shot a little bit. All right, that's all I want you to do. That will be very safe, and it does work. I've tested it. But if you're very confident in your ability to hit perfect, here is where you want to set up. Notice how now I put my green, so that little green target that's within the yellow bullseye, that green part, I put it right up on the fringe line. This leaves you very little room for error. So you're going to have to hit a perfect ball. But by moving my target up now I'm able to pull my rings fully. The thing you do not want to do is you do not want to overpower this shot at all. If you overpower it, you're going to clip that rough instead of the fairway, and you're dead in the water. You will not eagle the hole unless you get very, very lucky on your third shot to pin. Now, I know that seemed like a lot, but you have to eagle this hole in order to win this tournament. You just have to get it, and it's killing people. I've played it 4 times. No opponent has eagled it yet. I've eagled it every single time. This is what shot number 2 looks like. It's with a horizon. The reason we're using horizon is simply because of the top spin. You know, I don't want to mess around with having to chip in for eagle. I want to get this ball to the green every time. So you see me moving my target around until I get a ball guideline that shows me on the green. And that's good. Don't run out of time trying to find that. Just pull this shot with no elevation and just use curl. So again, my right side of the ball is covering the adjustment target. And this is a great roll, and this gets us onto the green, no problem. Now this shot works, okay? I've made it all 3 times to the green, doing this exact same setup. Now, if you're somebody who just likes to slug the ball, here you go. An extra mile 8, you can do this, and you can even do this with a Titan. Now, obviously, if you have a Berserker or something like that, you're even better off. You just want to be a little bit careful if you're using a Berserker with a top spin and how much power you use, because you don't want to go into the rough. But I pull it 10%, and then I use overpower combined with about half of a ball of right curl, and you'll see here that we're able to just clear everything, and we have plenty of room on this fairway to work with. But again, if this would have been a Berserker ball, then I would have probably gone too far into the rough. And what I like about this is it sets us up for actually a really good chance for an Albatross on this hole, which you're not going to see many people get. You know, you might see 1 or 2 people in a bracket of 100 pick up an Albatross on this hole, and that may be it. But I'm pulling this one with no elevation. I mean, I know the shot's a little bit downhill, so you can probably pull this at 10%, but I was just trying to see how this ball played. And the speed is pretty good, to be honest, and we just come in to the right-hand side. You know, if we did add elevation to the shot, we would miss even more to the right. So, you know, I'm playing this one with no elevation. And I'm just going to move, you know, my target to the left to fix that ball coming to the right-hand side. So that's how you can play it if you have an extra mile 8. You know, get that hole. Don't mess that hole up. Now, here's a really good, another one. So like I said, once we got the hole number 4, you know, we're going to be cooking with gas. So here I'm using a Kingmaker on a par 3 in rookie. It goes against everything that I believe in, but this is going to be a really good chance for another hole-in-one. I think hole number 4 and hole number 7, we can pick up the hole-in-ones on the front and back 9 and just crush it. Now, if you're somebody who hates rough bumps, then play this the normal way. Play this from fairway, that little middle fairway in between the sand. Play it there, add some backspin with your Goliath or backbone, and, you know, get a hole-in-one, you know, get it dialed in. It's a pretty good, safe, consistent shot. You're always going to birdie it, okay? But if you want to gamble, and if you really want a good line for a hole-in-one, here it is. Now, I'm using my Goliath. And as you can see here, I'm using a little bit of backspin because we're getting a tailwind push. But notice where I line up here. This ball kicks to the right-hand side once it hits the rough. So notice I am intentionally lining up ball guideline to the pin, but on the left-hand side of the cup, about as far left-hand side as you can get. I'm adjusting this at max distance with 10% elevation. And even though we lined up on the left-hand side of the cup, look at that. The ball bounces over the cup. So even though we lined up on the left-hand side, we still missed to the right. So all I need to do moving forward to test this out is just go ahead and keep my backspin the same, but move my adjustment over, even more to the left, maybe about one-fourth of a green square, and that ball should drop every single time. And again, if I do get it, I'm going to put another video out there and give you a full detail on how to get that hole in one. Now, hole number 8. This one I've got 3 out of 4 times on, and I only missed it today on this round because I forgot to put my curl on my drive. Kingmaker. Now, you can do this with any ball, okay? You can use Navigator. You can use Katana. But if you're going to use a Power 3, don't use a Titan. Use a Kingmaker because you get the extra wind resistance on the second shot. As you can see here, I have my green line, or my green adjustment ring up on the rough. I use full top spin, 2 bars of left spin, and that left curl is important. I forgot to put the left curl on it today, so I drove into the rough on the right-hand side like an idiot. Now look how easy shot number 2 is. This is about as easy as the eagle as you can get when you're taking a thorn shot. We're at minimum distance, or whatever your short iron is. It doesn't have to be a thorn. Some people get all hot and bothered because, I don't have a thorn, and you do. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Just look where we're aiming. And it's going to play the same no matter what club you're using. All right, so here we go. So thorn shot for me, 3 bars of backspin, no elevation. I'm just literally aiming right at the hole. I mean, it cannot get any easier than this. You're going to pull your rings with no elevation at minimum distance of your club. And bam, eagle. So, what I've done here, because that ball hit the pin and bounced into the cup, I've added a click more backspin onto the shot, and the ball just rolls right into the cup. This is a very, very easy eagle, everybody. Get after it because a lot of people will eagle this hole, okay? Now, hole number 9. Hole number 9, again, is a hole, a par 5, that I have not seen one opponent get an eagle on yet, and we're going to get the eagle. I'm going to show you how to do it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you haven't hit the like button, please take the half a second, hit the like button. And if you're a generous person and you like the content that I provide, please donate to my channel. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate the couple donations that came in last week. It is so much appreciated. And I put in the comments for every video a link to my PayPal. That's how you can donate. If you don't have a PayPal but you still want to donate, then just leave me a comment on the video and we'll work out a way to do so. But, I appreciate everybody's time. And, you guys are all awesome. I appreciate everything you guys do for me week in and week out with the support. So, hole number 9. Okay, here we go. Another big topper shot, okay? Big topper and a big dog. Bring the right clubs to this hole. And please pay attention to the spin here. Full left spin with the Kingmaker. Yellow ring on the rough line. 5 bars of top spin max. I was trying to do more top spin yesterday, and I rolled into the rough. It's not worth it. Now, we're going to be using curl. One full ball of curl. Notice my entire ball is out of the adjustment window here. I actually want you to use a little bit more than this, okay? Just a little bit more curl. And you have to hit a perfect ball. Like, it's so crucial on this hole. a great right, and you're probably going to roll into the rough here. More top spin, and you're definitely going to roll into the rough like I did yesterday. That is all the distance you need on this drive as long as you pack your big dog. Now, with a big dog, I do not like trying to bounce from here over the rough, onto the fairway, onto the green. The ball guideline on a big dog, it just sucks. It's worthless. So I am not trying to albatross this hole. Again, a lot of people are going to birdie this hole. I am just taking this for the eagle and calling it a day. So I'm going to go absolute as much backspin as possible. And I'm going to overpower my shot, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about here. Full backspin. A little bit of left spin. And I'm just kind of stretching my club out to say, okay, if I overpower my shot, am I going to fly past the green? And I can tell that I'm not going to. I pull it no elevation. Remember, and now look at the overpower here. I overpower my ball all the way to the bottom of the target. And because I'm using with full backspin, my ball just dies, which is exactly what we want. It just dies right onto the green, puts me at an easy putt for the eagle. Now, I say easy, but I actually missed a putt in the 9-hole cup, which would have got me a gold, but I ended up getting second place. So how stupid. I miss a putt. I miss a putt for gold. Come on, Dave. Anyways, hey, that's it, everybody. I hope you guys just tear this tournament apart. And again, thanks for watching.